What if a tiny old penny hiding in your collection could be worth far more than you ever imagined? Today, we're uncovering the incredible stories behind the legendary 1935, 1936 D, and 1942 Lincoln Wheat pennies. Historic American coins that survived the Great Depression, witnessed World War II, and continue to fascinate collectors worldwide. Could one of these forgotten treasures be sitting in your pocket, coin jar, or family collection right now? Stay tuned as we reveal their history, rarity, value, and hidden secrets. Welcome to Legacy Coins USA, where every coin tells a story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our coin hunting journey. Let's play with coin number 1. From the shadows of America's Great Depression emerged a small copper coin that would travel through countless hands, witness historic change, and survive nearly a century of economic transformation. The 1935 D Lincoln Wheat penny stands today as more than a 1-cent piece. It is a miniature time capsule carrying the spirit of an era when every penny mattered, and every coin told a story of struggle, resilience, and hope. Struck in 1935 at the Denver Mint, the famous D mint mark beneath the date identifies its birthplace. Across its obverse appears the proud image of Abraham Lincoln, accompanied by the powerful words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." On the reverse, 2 wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while E pluribus unum crowns the design. Together, these elements created one of the most beloved coin designs in American history. Economic hardship dominated the United States in 1935. Families carefully counted every cent. Businesses relied heavily on small change, and coins such as the 1935 D wheat penny circulated constantly throughout cities, farms, factories, and small towns. During this period, a single penny possessed far greater purchasing power than it does today, making these coins essential tools of daily commerce. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Wheat Cent series first began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This groundbreaking design became the first regularly circulating American coin to feature an actual historical figure. By 1935, the series had already become deeply embedded in American culture, and the Denver Mint continued producing millions of examples to satisfy national demand. The coin was struck using a bronze composition consisting primarily of copper with smaller percentages of tin and zinc. A genuine 1935 D wheat penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Its plain edge and durable construction helped it withstand decades of circulation, allowing many examples to survive into the modern era. More than 47 million 1935 D wheat pennies were produced at the Denver Mint. Because of this substantial mintage, ordinary circulated examples are generally available to collectors. A heavily worn coin in bad condition usually commands only a small premium above face value. However, condition remains one of the most important factors in determining market value, and exceptional examples can attract significant collector interest. Collectors carefully examine every 1935 D wheat penny for signs of rarity. Sharp details, original surfaces, attractive coloration, and strong strikes can dramatically increase desirability. Professional grading services evaluate these characteristics, and high-grade specimens often sell for substantially more than their heavily circulated counterparts. Excitement within the numismatic world often centers on mint errors and unusual varieties. A rare error coin can transform an otherwise ordinary cent into a highly sought-after collectible. For this reason, experienced collectors inspect dates, mint marks, lettering, and design details with extraordinary attention. Hidden treasures occasionally emerge from old collections, creating fascinating stories that continue to fuel interest in wheat pennies. Demand for Lincoln Wheat pennies remains remarkably strong throughout the United States. Generations of collectors have assembled complete date and mint mark sets, ensuring continued interest in coins such as the 1935 D. Its combination of historical significance, affordability, and iconic design makes it a favorite among both beginning and advanced collectors. Stories frequently circulate online claiming that old pennies can be worth millions of dollars. While a handful of legendary American coin rarities have indeed sold for extraordinary sums, a standard 1935 D wheat penny in poor condition is not typically among them. Authentic market value depends on rarity, preservation, certification, and collector demand rather than sensational claims. Knowledge remains the most valuable asset in coin collecting. The wheat penny era continued until 1958, when the wheat reverse design was retired and replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. This marked the end of a remarkable chapter in American coinage history. Every surviving 1935 D wheat penny therefore represents a piece of that completed era, preserving a direct connection to pre-World War II America. Across the country, collectors still search through forgotten jars, inherited albums, estate collections, and old piggy banks hoping to uncover a special discovery. The possibility of finding a scarce variety or unusually preserved example keeps the excitement alive. Every old wheat penny carries the potential for a fascinating story, even when its monetary value remains modest. Nearly a century after leaving the Denver Mint, the 1935 D. Lincoln wheat penny continues to captivate collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. Its copper surfaces reflect the struggles of the Depression, the determination of the American people, and the enduring appeal of numismatics. Far beyond its original 1-cent denomination, this historic coin remains a cherished survivor of a transformative period in United States history, proving that sometimes the smallest objects preserve the greatest stories. Coin number 2. A dusty coin jar sitting untouched for decades, a forgotten drawer filled with old pennies, and a single copper-colored piece carrying the words Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 1 cent can instantly ignite the imagination of collectors across America. The 1936 D. Lincoln wheat penny is not merely a coin. It is a surviving witness to one of the most fascinating periods in American history. Minted during the lingering years of the Great Depression, this small bronze cent traveled through banks, businesses, farms, and households while the nation struggled to rebuild its economy. Every scratch, mark, and worn detail on a heavily circulated example tells a story of survival, commerce, and everyday life in the United States nearly a century ago. Created under the Lincoln Wheat Cent series that began in 1909, the 1936 D wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint. The D mint mark, located below the date, identifies its birthplace. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin honors President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first regularly circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The obverse displays Lincoln's profile along with the national motto, In God We Trust, while the reverse showcases 2 wheat stalks framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above them appears E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many one, symbolizing the unity of the nation. Economic hardship defined much of America during the mid-1930s, yet the United States Mint continued producing cents for daily commerce. The 1936 D wheat penny emerged during a time when every penny mattered. Families counted coins carefully, businesses relied on small change, and millions of Americans viewed even a single cent as meaningful purchasing power. Because of this heavy circulation, many examples became worn over time. A coin in bad condition today may have passed through thousands of hands, making it a genuine artifact of American social and economic history. From a technical perspective, the 1936 D wheat penny was struck in a bronze composition consisting primarily of copper with small percentages of tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Its plain edge and distinctive wheat reverse became iconic features recognized by generations of Americans. These specifications remained largely consistent throughout much of the wheat cent era, helping create one of the most beloved coin series in U.S. numismatic history. Production numbers were substantial, with more than 40 million 1936 D wheat pennies minted in Denver. Because so many were produced, ordinary circulated examples are generally not rare. In heavily worn or damaged condition, most examples are worth only a modest premium above face value. Typical values often range from a few cents to a few dollars depending on wear, originality, and collector demand. However, higher-grade specimens with strong details, attractive surfaces, and minimal wear can command significantly higher prices among collectors seeking premium examples. The true excitement surrounding the 1936 D wheat penny often comes from rare varieties and exceptional condition rarities. Collectors carefully inspect coins for unusual minting characteristics, double dies, striking anomalies, and other errors. While the standard 1936 D is common, exceptionally preserved examples certified in top mint state grades can achieve impressive auction results. The difference between a worn pocket coin and a pristine collector-grade specimen can be dramatic, illustrating how condition remains one of the most important factors in coin valuation. Demand for Lincoln wheat pennies remains strong throughout the United States because the series combines affordability, historical significance, and widespread nostalgia. Many collectors begin their numismatic journey by assembling wheat penny collections. The 1936 D serves as an accessible date that allows enthusiasts to own a tangible piece of Depression-era America without spending a fortune. Its enduring popularity ensures a steady market, although ordinary circulated examples rarely approach the extraordinary values sometimes claimed in sensational internet stories. Stories of coins worth millions of dollars captivate audiences worldwide, and certain rare U.S. coins have indeed achieved astonishing prices. Legendary rarities such as the 1933 Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar have sold for millions because of extreme rarity, historical importance, and collector demand. However, it is important to separate documented numismatic records from exaggerated claims. A standard 1936 D wheat penny in poor condition is historically interesting, but is not typically worth millions of dollars. Across America, remarkable discoveries still occur. Forgotten collections hidden in attics, inherited coin albums, and long-neglected safe deposit boxes occasionally reveal scarce varieties, key dates, or valuable mint errors. This possibility fuels the excitement of coin collecting. While most wheat pennies are modestly valued, examining every coin carefully remains worthwhile because rare varieties and exceptional preservation can dramatically affect market value. Knowledge, authentication, and professional grading often determine whether a coin is ordinary or genuinely special. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series continued until 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse design in 1959. This transition marked the end of an era that had lasted nearly 50 years. As a result, every wheat penny represents a closed chapter in American coinage history. The 1936 D occupies a particularly interesting position within that timeline, reflecting a nation recovering from economic turmoil while moving toward a new period of growth and modernization. Collectors, historians, and treasure hunters continue searching through old jars, family heirlooms, and forgotten coin collections because history can sometimes hide in the smallest places. A 1936 D Lincoln wheat penny may not transform an owner into a billionaire overnight, yet it carries something equally fascinating: a direct connection to the people, struggles, and achievements of America in the 1930s. For many enthusiasts, that historical connection is the true treasure, making this humble 1-cent coin an enduring symbol of the American story. Coin number 3. A small copper coin resting quietly in an old drawer today once moved through a nation preparing for one of the most significant periods in modern history. The 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny is far more than a 1-cent coin. It is a surviving witness to a changing America, a tangible artifact from the early years of World War II, and a treasured collectible that continues to attract attention from numismatists, historians, and treasure hunters across the United States. Minted in 1942, this famous wheat penny carries some of the most recognizable inscriptions in American coinage. The front displays Abraham Lincoln alongside the word liberty, and the national motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse features 2 elegant wheat stalks surrounding 1 cent and United States of America, with E Pluribus Unum proudly positioned above. These simple yet powerful designs transformed an ordinary cent into one of the most beloved coins in American history. America in 1942 was entering a new era. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor, the nation was mobilizing for war. Factories increased production, military recruitment expanded rapidly, and economic priorities shifted dramatically. During this extraordinary period, the 1942 wheat penny circulated through homes, military bases, stores, rail stations, and factories, becoming part of daily life during one of the most important years in American history. Created by renowned designer Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Wheat Cent series began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1942, the design had already become an American icon. Millions of citizens recognized Lincoln's profile instantly, making the wheat penny one of the most familiar coins ever produced by the United States Mint. The 1942 wheat penny was struck primarily from bronze, containing approximately 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. Each coin weighs about 3.11 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. These specifications gave the coin durability while preserving its distinctive appearance. Because copper was still available in 1942, these cents retained the traditional bronze composition that collectors admire today. Production numbers for 1942 were enormous. Hundreds of millions of cents were struck across multiple U.S. mint facilities to meet growing commercial demand. As a result, ordinary examples remain relatively common. A 1942 wheat penny in heavily worn or damaged condition generally carries a modest value above face value, though its historical significance often exceeds its monetary worth. Condition dramatically influences value in the numismatic marketplace. Coins showing strong detail, attractive surfaces, and minimal wear can command significantly higher prices than examples that spent decades in circulation. Collectors pay close attention to preservation because even a common date can become highly desirable when found in exceptional condition. Interest intensifies when rare varieties or mint errors are discovered. Double strikes, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and other unusual minting characteristics can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Such discoveries fuel excitement throughout the coin-collecting community and inspire collectors to examine every wheat penny carefully. Demand for wheat pennies remains remarkably strong throughout the United States. Collectors appreciate their affordability, historical importance, and nostalgic appeal. Many enthusiasts build complete wheat cent collections, ensuring continued interest in dates such as 1942. The coin serves as an accessible entry point into the fascinating world of American numismatics. Stories of hidden fortunes often surround old American coins. Social media posts and viral videos frequently suggest that certain pennies could be worth life-changing sums of money. While a few legendary U.S. coin rarities have indeed sold for extraordinary amounts, most standard 1942 wheat pennies do not fall into that category. Genuine value depends on rarity, condition, authentication, and collector demand rather than sensational headlines. One of the most exciting chapters associated with wartime scents emerged shortly after 1942. In 1943, copper became strategically important for military production, prompting the United States Mint to create steel scents instead. This makes the 1942 wheat penny one of the final regular bronze issues, before one of the most famous composition changes in American coin history. That historical connection adds additional interest for many collectors. Nearly every surviving 1942 wheat penny has traveled a remarkable journey. Some circulated through bustling wartime cities. Others passed through military communities supporting soldiers overseas. Many spent decades hidden in jars, boxes, drawers, and family collections before being rediscovered generations later. Every worn surface and faded detail represents a silent record of that journey through American history. Collectors continue searching through inherited collections, estate sales, old piggy banks, and forgotten coin containers because surprises still happen. Rare varieties, high-grade survivors, and overlooked treasures occasionally emerge where nobody expected them. This possibility keeps enthusiasm alive and encourages people to inspect every old wheat penny before spending it. Almost 85 years after its creation, the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny remains a fascinating symbol of American resilience, history, and craftsmanship. Its bronze composition, wartime connection, classic design, and enduring popularity ensure its place among the most recognizable coins ever issued by the United States. While an ordinary worn example may not create instant wealth, it preserves something equally remarkable: a direct connection to one of the most important eras in American history, captured forever in a single cent. Thanks for watching this episode, and please subscribe to my channel